Now I'm really going to be scraping the bottom of the barrel here. A year ago, after Power of the Daleks had come out, I made a video in which I speculated what episodes might be getting animated next. From this I concluded we might be getting The Crusade, Eve of the Daleks, and Sharda. I never uploaded this video because by the time I finished it, Sharda had already been announced. Similarly, my video on why the Underwater Menace would never be released on DVD was followed only 2 weeks later by the announcement that it was getting a DVD release. With my prediction of Sharda, I thought I was really scraping the bottom of the barrel that time, but seeing how it came true, here I am, still scraping that barrel. So what's going to be animated next? The Macro Terror and the Wheel in Space. But I think it's worth me scraping through all of the missing episodes for hints they might have first. Marco Polo is very unlikely. It's a 7-part historical, and I'll explain why that's a problem in a bit. The Reign of Terror has already been animated, and then there's the Crusade. I had speculated this before when making the previous video. I found this quote from Paul Hembury, the executive producer of the Power of the Daleks reconstruction. The Crusade is an interesting one, because it's one we're missing 2 episodes from. So you look at it and think, 2 episodes? 45 minutes? We've just done 2.5 hours. 45 minutes would be easy. Then you actually look at the Crusade, as I did a few days ago, and you realise that there are 24 speaking characters, and they all have multiple changes of clothes. There is a lot of different costumes and sets. The fact that he was able to state that means that he's looked into this more than just a quick Google, but this does explain why historicals are going to take longer than the alien monster stories, and this is probably why the Hartnell era is getting less animation treatment than Troughton. Galaxy 4 has nothing going for it. Mission to the Unknown has already been animated, and surprisingly few people know about that. The Mythmakers is again a historical. The Daleks Master Plan. Now I recently came across an animation trailer for this, which seems to have been animated by the same people as Power. In the description, Neil Bushnell said that the project didn't happen, but this seems to have been uploaded just before Power was released, so will probably have been greenlit since.
No power in this universe can stop the Daleks!
Now being 9 episodes of animation required, 3 hours and 45 minutes, this would be a long project. Massacre of St. Bartholomew's Eve? Historical! Zestial Toy Maker? Nothing. Savages? Nothing. Smugglers? Nothing. 10th Planet? Animated. Power of the Daleks? Animated. Highlanders? Nothing. Underwater Menace? Commissioned but fell through. The Moon Base? Animated. Macro Terror I'll get onto at the end. The Faceless Ones? Nothing. Eve of the Daleks? In my unmade video, I pointed out a tweet from @DisusedYeti that said that at a convention, Sonny Caldenas has said that he had been doing some work related to Evil. Nothing more than that. The Abominable Snowmen? Nothing. The Ice Warriors? Animated. The Web of Fear? Well, recently, The Enemy of the World has had a special edition re-release, as it and Web had rushed releases with no special features on them back in 2013 and 14. If they're re-releasing Enemy, then I'd imagine that they'd do the same for Web, possibly with its one missing episode animated. This is something I'd have imagined getting commissioned back in 2014, so I wouldn't be surprised. Though Philip Morris says that he's almost there with finding it, but what does that mean? Fury from the Deep? Nothing. Wheel in Space I'll get onto later. The Invasion has been animated all the way back in 2006! Wow. And the Space Pirates nobody cares about. So now, why I think that's Macro and Wheel will be next. I came across a tweet from @DrFreedom1 with an article from the Star or the Mirror, I don't know which one, saying 8 lost Doctor Who episodes from the 1960s are being animated for DVD release using the original soundtracks. The BBC destroyed film prints of over 100 episodes in the decade, thinking no one would want to watch black and white shows after colour TV launched. Now all 4 parts of 1967's The Macro Terror and 4 missing episodes from The Wheel in Space, shown in 1968, will have animation married to the original TV soundtracks. Both star the Second Doctor, Patrick Troughton. The move comes after BBC bosses last year completed an unfinished story called Sharda, featuring the Fourth Doctor, Tom Baker, with animations and new voice recordings. So I tried to look this up and see if there was anything else on it anywhere. I found an article from Nerdist from a year ago saying that Wheel was going to be announced at San Diego Comic-Con tomorrow. So by the time I upload this, they may have already been announced. Again. So why are these episodes being animated now? Well, Power and Sharda were both animated in HD and colour. And with the new classic era Blu-ray range having just started with the complete season 12, people wondered what would happen when it came to putting the 60s series onto these sets with missing episodes. I think this is the answer. The BBC is probably having a massive secret project to have them all animated for this release and make online streaming of the classic series more possible than it currently is, with big gaps in the beginning. So, if tomorrow the Macra Terror and The Wheel in Space are announced, you heard it here first.